Imagine the brain not as a static, unchangeable machine, but as a bustling, vibrant urban center called Neuroplasticity City. Upon arrival, the first thing you see is a large billboard with a population count that is always growing. This city is a masterpiece of biological urban planning designed for constant adaptation. The city's core philosophy is non negotiable. The city is not broken, it is under construction. This narrative framework acknowledges that while an event like a stroke causes significant infrastructure damage, the city itself remains a dynamic, living environment. For a student learner, the blueprints of recovery are built upon a four-pillar framework. Reroute, establishing new transit lines when primary roads are blocked. Rebuild, constructing fresh connections between isolated neighborhoods. Recover, restoring the ability to provide vital urban services. And rediscover, finding novel ways for the city to engage with its surroundings. The brain is an architect of its own survival, drawing a new map even as it adapts to changes in its geography. Before we explore the streets, we must look at where the city gets the energy to keep the lights on. The city cannot function without its industrial sector, Upstream County, located across the Delaware River. At the center of this county stands the Heart Pump House, a massive four-chambered engine, the atriums and ventricles, that maintains the city's vital pressure and flow. In this urban ecosystem, blood flow is the traffic. If the supply lines are compromised upstream, every neighborhood downstream faces a crisis. The city's zoning board ensures three critical resources are managed to keep the streets active and the residents productive. The supply chain, the resource, the impact oxygen is the electricity that keeps the city's lights on and systems powered. Fuel glucose is the raw energy required for the residents' neurons to perform their daily work. Waste removal keeps the streets clean and prevents toxic buildup, ensuring the infrastructure remains healthy. Once the supplies leave the pump house, they must cross the river via specific routes to reach their destination. Neuroplasticity City is organized into four major boroughs. Each follows specific zoning laws and handles specialized tasks, yet all remain interdependent. Temporal Borough, the Left Bank Primary. Neighborhoods are the Aphasia District, home to the Language Cafe and the residential blocks of Memory Lane. The core task is managing communication, word retrieval, speech comprehension, and long-term memory storage. Frontal Borough. The North Primary neighborhoods are Executive Function Boulevard, Benjamin Banneker Square, the Executive Center, and Decision Circle. The core task is serving as the city's administrative hub, managing planning, decision-making, focus, and the initiation of movement. Parietal Borough, the East Primary neighborhoods, are Movement Way and Coordination Court. The core task is acting as the body map by processing sensation, spatial awareness, and physical coordination. Occipital Borough, the South. Primary neighborhoods are Vision View and the Observation Deck. The core task is interpreting visual data and translating raw light into the city's meaningful visual map. While each borough has its own specialty, they are all linked by a complex network of bridges. The Delaware River is spanned by 5 major supply bridges. Each route is critical to the borough it feeds, and their status determines the city's operational health. Ben Franklin Bridge, language route, feeds the temporal borough. Current status: risk of traffic jam. Betsy Ross Bridge. Memory route links the supply chain to memory centers. Current status: bridge construction. Tacony Palmyra Bridge, movement route, powers the coordination systems. Current status: lane closed. Walt Whitman Bridge, executive route, fuels high-level decision centers. Current status: detour ahead. Commodore Barry Bridge, vision route, supplies the visual processing centers. Current status: low visibility. Fog. Neural Pathway Bridge, internal connector. This bridge stays within the city limits, serving as the essential infrastructure that allows boroughs to communicate and function as a single cohesive unit. But what happens when one of these major routes is suddenly blocked? A stroke is a catastrophic infrastructure failure. When a vessel blocks or ruptures, the residents of the affected neighborhood are plunged into darkness. In the Aphasia district, residents suddenly find their translation tools missing and the signage in the language cafe unreadable. In the executive center, blueprints are lost in the dark as focus and planning tools become inaccessible. Infrastructure, troubleshooting guide route, bridge, affected the specific challenge. The traffic report, cause, language route, Ben Franklin, is communication slows. Finding words in the aphasia district becomes difficult. High cholesterol, sugar, narrowed lanes, and slow traffic buildup. Memory route. Betsy Ross is recalling facts or memories takes significant time and practice. Blockage. Sudden cessation of supply to memory centers. Movement route. Tacony, Palmyra, its coordination is off. Movement feels difficult and requires more effort. Lane closed. Damage to the motor control pathways. Executive route, Walt Whitman, is planning and focus take longer. Detours are needed for every decision. High blood pressure. Too much force strains pipes and damages road surfaces. Vision route. Commodore Barry is the city feels covered in fog. Visual processing is blurry or unclear. Low visibility. Disruption to the southern visual processing centers. Even when a main road is closed, the city's construction crews are already at work finding a new way forward. Neuroplasticity is the city's massive urban rezoning effort. While dead brain tissue does not return, the living city is designed to reroute its functions. This is where the city's resilience is built. Therapy crews and practice loops. Rebuilding requires consistent work orders. Therapy crews use repetition to force the city to map new routes and grant zoning permits for healthy areas to take over the tasks of damaged ones. Surviving pathways. The city's urban planners utilize existing side streets to bypass blockages. Regions that never handled a specific task, such as the right side of the city, can be rezoned to pick up the work. STEM, park and rest. Rebuilding is exhausting work. Fairmount STEM Park is the city's survival center, managing the breathing bridge and heart rate hall. Recharge gardens provide the profound rest required for the city to consolidate the day's hard construction work, paving dirt roads into solid highways. This work of rebuilding continues around the clock, even when the city is quiet. As night falls, Neuroplasticity City glows with a new light. From above, the boroughs pulse in their signature colors: blue for language, purple for executive function, and gold for sensation. The neural pathway bridge remains a vibrant, pulsing line of light, proving that the city is never finished and never truly silent. The takeaway: the city is stronger together. A stroke may permanently alter old roads, but it cannot stop the living city from drawing a new map. Recovery is not about finding the old city. It is about the rezoning and rebuilding of a more resilient urban environment. Every detour is a sign of progress, and every new connection is a testament to the city's endurance. Reroute, rebuild, recover, rediscover.